Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. The revision series, question number 14, which the question from 1995 O level. Right, the displacement time graph relevant to the motion of a car is given below. Right, a displacement time graph. Right, displacement, I think it's in meter, time graph. Right, the graph is starting from 0. What is the velocity of the car? Right, starting from 0, the graph wrongly they have plotted. Right, in x-axis it's 4, and the y-axis it's 8. Right, what is the velocity of the car? In the displacement time graph, right, you know the gradient of the displacement time graph always gives you the gradient delta y over delta x, right, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. The gradient delta y over delta x always give you the velocity. In the velocity time graph, right, the gradient is giving you the data of acceleration, right, here the velocity. Now if a gradient is there, the meaning of this is if the gradient is there, a velocity is going to be there. Right, if no gradient, if the portion of the graph like this, right, no gradient, therefore no velocity mean velocity is 0. Right, velocity 0 mean this portion of a displacement time graph, right, tells you that the object in this is in the rest. Right, the velocity is 0. Right, here the velocity is uniform because continuously the slope is not changing. Slope is not changing means the gradient is going to be continuously constant. Right, if the gradient is constant, then the delta y over delta x is going to be the constant, velocity is going to constant. Then this portion of displacement time graph tells you the constant velocity. Right, then how the acceleration becoming in the displacement time graph? Right, two parts, the acceleration and the deceleration. Right, you know the acceleration mean increasing in velocity, deceleration mean decreasing velocity in our terms. Right, then the velocity should be increased time to time. Each and every time the velocity should increase. Velocity should increase mean the velocity, the representative of the velocity should increase rapidly. Right, representative of the velocity in the displacement time graph is going to be the gradient. Therefore the gradient should increase time to time. Right, in a portion of a graph the gradient should be like this. In the next portion the gradient should be like this. Here the gradient should be like this. If you want to get this pattern, then the pattern of the graph should be like this. Right, then this is the portion representing the acceleration. Right, then how about the deceleration? The deceleration portion is going to be like this because here the slope is high, slope is getting reduced. Right, time to time the slope is reducing. Right, which means here the velocity is greater than here, is greater than here. Right, here has the more velocity, the velocity is decreasing with the time axis. Right, then the portion of the pattern of the graph for the deceleration is going to be like this. Deceleration, how the dome shape is going to come. Okay, now look at this. Here you have a same slope, which means same velocity, right? It's going to be there for the displacement time graph. Be careful, this is displacement time graph, not velocity time graph. In the velocity time graph, this pattern is going to give you the constant acceleration, right? Here the constant velocity, right? For a constant velocity, if you want to find that this velocity, then you have to find the gradient. The gradient is going to be delta y over delta x. Delta y is 8 divided by delta x is 4. That is going to be equal to 2 meter second minus 1. Then the answer is third. Right? Now I'll tell you another story. Now think about an object which is moving with a velocity of 5 meter second minus 1 in this direction. Right? In this direction. Another object which is moving with 5 meter second minus 1 in this direction. Right? This is A object, this is going to be B object. Now you are going to show, right, these two motions with the time, right, in the same graph, not in separate graphs. For the A and B you have to draw same graph. How you are going to draw? First we will draw a velocity time graph. Right, a velocity time graph. In the velocity time graph, right, here the velocity is constant. Then in the y-axis, the value 5 is going to remain as same continuously, right, with the time. Now I am drawing for A, this is the value. Continuously I am going to draw this, right. Now if you consider this is for A, if you consider B, right, B has the same value, right, then we will try to draw the graph, the portion of the B graph, for the graph for the B like this, and we will put B. Since here we have a problem, right, here the velocity of A gives you 5, velocity of B gives you the same 5. Without giving this information, if you have been given this graph only, right, what you are going to say about the motion of these two A and B? A has 5 meter second minus 1, B also have but 5 meter second minus 1. When both of these having the velocity of these, right, the magnitude of the velocity of these, and we don't know about we can't say anything about the direction of the motion, right. If you are trying to say the direction, right, by only looking at this, you have to say both should be going in the same direction, but in the fact it's not happening. Then this fact also to be included in this graph. How we are going to include this in this graph, right? By looking at only the graph, you may able to say that the object is going, or both the objects are going in the opposite direction, right? How you are going to say? Look at this. Here the value of the A, the velocity of the A, right, is 5 meter second minus 1 towards east, right. Now for the B, right, its value is 5 meter second minus 1, 5 meter second minus 1 towards west, right. In the vector, if you want to say that this 5 meter second minus 1, right, in the direction of east, again in the same direction, then you have to say the value this is minus. This is going to say you, right, in this direction, this has a value of 5 meter second minus 1 with the sign of minus, which means this component is not in this direction, it's in the opposite direction, right? If you want to draw it in the same side, right, if you want to say the value in the same side, then you have to put a minus, right? By putting a minus, don't think about these two. Now think about like this. A has a velocity of 5 meter second minus 1, and I am saying B has a velocity of minus 5 meter second minus 1. Look at this data. Don't think about these pictures and these arrows, right? Look at this. A has 5 meter second minus 1 and B has minus 5 meter second minus 1, right? This data itself says you, right, B, right, has an opposite direction of velocity, right, then A, the comparing with A, right, because of this sign, right? Then sign itself says you these both are moving in the opposite directions. The same thing should be done in here as well, right? If you do that, then you will easily find that the both of the objects are moving in the opposite direction. Without drawing the B somewhere here, if I draw the B here with the same value of minus 5, the same value, this is the minus side of the y-axis, right, with the minus sign, right? If this is the B, then what you are going to say, this has a velocity of 5 meter second minus 1, right, with the same magnitude. B also having a velocity of 5 meter second minus 1, right? But since this is minus, this is plus, because of these two variations in the sign, right, these two should be oppose each other. You can say that, right? Therefore, the graph for these two motions, in the same graph, right, it's going to be like this. By looking at only the graph, you can explain about the motion, right? Now think about an object. Now we'll continue the same example. 5 meter second minus 1. A, B, now moving in this direction. 5 meter second minus 1. Right? Now, this is plus 5 meter second minus 1. If you think, if you compare these two, then this is going to be minus 5 meter second minus 1. When you are comparing only, you are putting the minus, right? If you are only talking about B, you don't want to put minus, because you don't need to explain the sign, right, comparing with anyone, right, if you are talking alone the B, right? Now we are going to draw the displacement time graph for this motion. For A, I am drawing the displacement time graph like this. For A, right, continuously the displacement is increasing with the time, because with the velocity, if it's moving, right, if it is moving, it's going to cover a displacement, right? Then this is going to cover a displacement, right? Then the portion of the graph is going to be like this. Okay, now this is what? This is for A. Now how about B? B also going with the same velocity, right? If I draw this like this, right, then the A and B gives you the same information, right? This data is not giving you that the B is opposing A, right? Then you have to include that data as well in the graph. Why we require this? Because the displacement is a vector quantity, right? Because of the vector quantity, you have to show the direction as well. At the same time, the we are explaining the physical quantity that we are explaining here, right? Also a vector quantity. What is that? That is velocity, right? Then you have to include that also in this graph, right? Now look at this. Here you have a plus gradient, right? y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1, right? Plus gradient you have. right? Now if you want to get this value in the minus, then what you require first, you need a minus gradient, right? How you are going to get the minus gradient? When you are drawing a straight line graph, right? A portion like this is going to give you a minus gradient. How is that minus gradient? Here the starting point of the graph, first portion. Here the end point of the graph, second portion, right? For the first portion, the y value is this, y1. For the second portion, y value is this, y2, right? For the first portion, the x value is this, x1. Here the x2, right? If you find the gradient, the m, right, which is equal to the velocity, right, it's going to be delta y over delta x, which means y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, right? Here the y2 is lesser value than the y1. Therefore the product of y2 minus y1 is going to be minus. Here the x2 is larger than x1, and the product is going to be plus. So the final product is going to be in the minus value, right? If this gradient value is giving you the 5 meter second minus 1, right? Therefore with this minus value, the minus sign is going to explain you, right, that the object is opposing this motion, right? Then the graph of the B in the displacement time curve is going to be like this, right? Then for A is in this direction with the plus gradient, and B has a minus gradient, right? If they ask you to draw in separate displacement time graphs, right, then you have to draw like this. That's it, right? Here also the displacement, a small thing that you have to explain. Another thing that also you have to explain here, right? Look at this. Now here the displacement is decreasing. Now displacement is decreasing. It cannot be, right? Because this is increasing its velocity, increasing its displacement, right? Therefore the graph shouldn't be like this, it should be like this, right? Wait a minute, I'll show you how the graph should be go. It should be if it is like this, right? This is the first portion, this should be the second portion, this has a minus value, again here also you have a minus value, yeah. The portion of the graph, now again it's decreasing, it should increase. It should be like this, right? We'll start from here and draw here, right? The second portion of the graph, first portion of the graph, right? Here you have y2, here you have y1. y2 has the more minus value, right? Therefore m is going to be equal to velocity y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, right? y2 is what? Larger minus value. This is a smaller minus value, minus smaller minus value, right? Divided by a plus value, right? y2 y1, right? Then this is going to become plus, right? Therefore the minus value is going to be the final product, right? With the minus and the plus, the final value is going to be minus. Then the graph of the B it should be like this, right? Here the B is satisfying you the velocity, the value of the velocity with the minus. At the same time, the displacement is increasing. Then the graph of these two in the same graph, it's going to be like this. Don't think about the separate graphs. In the same graph, it should be like this, right? We'll consider another example, then you will understand a little bit about the graph, right? We don't need much more knowledge about the graph, but since the conversion of the graph from the VT graph to ST graph, right? ST graph to VT graph, you should know that, right? When we find some questions on that, we'll discuss it. Okay. Now think about a motion of a stone which is thrown vertically upwards, right, until it's come to the same point, right? What is happening here? Velocity is decreasing. With the higher velocity is decreasing, right? After some while it's becoming zero. The velocity is becoming zero. Again the velocity is increasing, right? Now this should be shown in the graph. Velocity time graph, right? Starting with the velocity is decreasing. Now the graph should move in this side, right? But since how it's going to move? It's going to move like this, or it's going to move like this, or it's going to move like this, right? Here the slope is increasing, which means increasing acceleration. In the VT graph, the slope is acceleration, right? Here the slope is decreasing. Then this decreasing acceleration, not decreasing velocity, yeah? Decreasing acceleration, right? How about this? Constant acceleration, right? Now think about the story here, right? Which is talking about the increasing acceleration or decreasing acceleration, or constant acceleration. This is the story about the constant acceleration with 9.8 meter second minus 2 or 10 meter second minus 2. The gravitational acceleration. Continuously the acceleration is going to remain same. Therefore the graph, the portion of the graph should be a straight line. It should be a straight line. Therefore the graph is going to be like this until it becomes zero. After that, what is going to happen? Earlier the component of the velocity is in this direction. Now the component of the velocity is in this direction, right? Which means if you take this as positive, then this direction should be negative. Then the graph should move to the negative side, right? It should move to the negative side, right? Okay. Now what's happening? It's going to move to the negative side with the same slope, with the same slope. Slope is not changing because when it coming back, right, with the same 10 meter second minus 2 of acceleration, it's going to move, right? Therefore the slope is not going to change. Right? Now think about the displacement, right? Starting a displacement now increasing. After some while the maximum displacement is this h. After that, what is happening? The displacement is decreasing. Why? After coming back, when it comes back, right, the initial point, final point, the distance, shortest distance between initial and final point, right? If it comes somewhere here, the initial and final point. If it comes somewhere here, initial and final point, right? This is becoming less, right? Therefore the displacement after the maximum point, it's become decreasing. But if you look at this graph, right, here the displacement having a portion, because in the VT graph the displacement will be defined, right, by the area of the graph, right? But if you try to find this area, right, it's going to be the base x value, perpendicular height, look at this, minus y value, right, half into x into minus y. The product is going to be with minus. The displacement is going to be minus. If you find the displacement of upward motion, right, x plus y, therefore half into plus x into plus y, the product is going to be plus. Then this is going to have a plus value and this is going to have a minus value. If you find the total displacement, then the value with the plus and value with the plus, value with the plus, plus value with the same value with the minus, it's going to give you the displacement 0, right? Which means when it reaches the ground again to the same point, the displacement is 0, right? Then the graph should have a pattern like this for this motion, right? Now we'll consider the displacement time graph. Displacement time graph. Start with the velocity, which means with the velocity means it should have a slope when it starts, because slope in the ST graph is showing you a velocity, right? Now we are going to increase the velocity. Here the velocity, sorry, decrease the velocity. Velocity is decreasing. Velocity is decreasing means what is the meaning? Decelerating, right? Having a deceleration. Velocity is decreasing. The portion of the graph which shows you the decreasing velocity is like this. Why? Continuously the slope is getting reduced, right? Therefore the velocity is decreasing. Slope is the slope or the gradient is the velocity in the ST graph, right? Once it becomes somewhere here, somewhere like here, the velocity is becoming 0, right? Which means very minor time rest is going to be felt by the object, right? Then the rest of the portion in the portion for the rest in the ST graph is going to be like a portion, how? It's like a flat line, right? After becoming like this, right, this is going to increase its velocity. Now increasing velocity, you have to increase the velocity, right? How you are going to increase the velocity? Two portions can be considered. It can either like this or like this. Both are showing you the increasing velocity. How? Here you have the slope here like this. The slope is increasing. Here also the slope is increasing, right? Then which is the correct portion, right? Here you have to consider not only the slope, right, but also the displacement as well, right? What is the displacement? How we are going to consider the displacement? Here after the maximum point, the displacement is decreasing, right? By this graph, the graph itself shows you the displacement. Here the displacement is increasing further, right? The displacement is not increasing here, but this portion shows you the displacement is decreasing, right? After a while it's going to become 0, right? Then this portion of the graph is going to be wrong for this occasion, and this is the right graph, the correct graph, right? This is how we are drawing graph, right, when we considering some motions like this, right? Then the vertical motion, for the vertical motion which is starting from down, right, this is the VT graph and that is the ST graph respect to this VT graph. Okay, that's it. That question, we'll move to the next question, question number 15. Question number 15. 1996 O level. Gemunu walked 3 kilometers along east, and from the point he walked another 3 kilometers to north. Considering his starting point, now his point is situated at, right, moving, starting with Gemunu walk 3 kilometers east, 3 kilometers, right. After that he walked 3 kilometers north, right, where he is in now, when considering with his starting point. What is the distance here, right? The distance and the direction that has been asked. What is the distance? If these two are 3, then the Pythagoras theorem, according to the Pythagoras theorem, right, if this is r, right, then r squared is equal to 3 squared plus 3 squared, right, then 18 r is equal to within the square root of 18, right. This can be written 9 into 2, therefore 3 root 2 kilometers is r. In the direction of northeast, the answer is third. The answer is third. Right, question number 16. 1996 O level. The following displacement time graph, right, be careful, that displacement time graph shows the motion of Vimal who went to buy rice from shop. The motion is given there, right. Now read the graph. For first 5 seconds, Vimal went 400 meters, right, 400 meters. After that, with the constant velocity, because the slope is not changing, right, with the constant velocity. After that, the slope is 0, no gradient, which means he is in the rest, right. Sometimes he may buy some goods in the shop, right. For that he is in the rest now, right. After that, he is moving with the same or with the constant velocity from the time is equal to 7 to 16, right, in the opposite direction of the previous motion, because in fact he should return to the home, right, and by the graph it shows you that the person, the final at the time is 16, right, the person has the 0 displacement, right. If it is 0 displacement, it's becoming 0 displacement mean, right, he came to the initial point, right, place, right, came back, okay. Then that is that whole the explanation of whole motion by looking at the graph, the ST graph, the distance from the home, right. What would be the correct velocity time graph, right, could be fit most appropriately to the motion. Now look at this. Now the displacement time graph is like this, right. Look at this, the displacement time graph. For this portion, constant velocity. For this portion also constant velocity, because the slope is not changing. Here you have a rest. Now look at the answers. In the velocity time graph, there should be 2 portions of constant velocity and a portion of rest. right? The third and fourth answers not having a constant velocity, it having increasing velocity, which means they are saying that the object is accelerating. No, it's not accelerating, going with the same velocity, right? Therefore, the third and fourth answers are wrong, right? There may be the correct answer, maybe the first and second, right? Look at this. In the first graph and second graph, what is the difference? This is a good question to understand the questions related to the motion. Related to the graph. Right? If you got this question, then you will be very clear with the graph. Right? Look at this. Here you have a portion like this. After that, a portion like this. A portion like this. Right? And here you have a portion like this. After that, you have a portion like this. Now look at this. When you consider this portion of the graph, the slope of this is more than this. Here you have a small slope. Here you have a huge slope, right? Therefore, the gradient of this portion, right, is greater than the gradient of this portion. This is maths. If you have any doubt in this maths, ask from your maths teacher, right? The gradient of this portion, right, is greater than gradient of this portion, right? Which means the gradient of this portion is going to give you the velocity of this portion, and the gradient of this portion is going to give you the velocity of this portion, right? Therefore, the velocity of this portion is going to be greater than the velocity of this portion. Now look at the graph. Here the velocity is shown here. At the same time, the same value of velocity is shown in the minus as well, right? But here, the velocity shown here is not equal to the velocity shown here. At the same time, the velocity shown here is lesser than this. Then the correct graph is going to be this. And another part is given there, right? The person is coming again to the same position, right? It's coming again to the person is coming again to the same position, means the plus part of the displacement should be equal to the minus part of the displacement, right? Look at this. Larger this value and the normal this value, right? A value of this is going to give you the displacement of here. The product is going to give you, right? But here, this is a lesser value than this, right? At the same time, it should give you the same value of the area. Why? The displacement should be same. Then only he can reach again to the home, right? Therefore, if you want to take the same area with a small side, right, this side should be larger than this part, right? It's clearly shown in the graph. Then the correct answer is going to be the second. And they have shown the rest. Rest means zero velocity portion also in this graph. In all the graph that has been shown, therefore it's not going to consider that much, right? But this also have been considered when the graph has been drawn, right? Therefore, the correct answer, the correct graph is going to be this second. Right? Okay. Now we'll stop here. Inshallah, we'll see the next video with the rest of the questions. Okay? Barakallahu fikum. Jazakumullah.